cheapest in NBA history. He was a two-time NBA All-Star who last played in the league back in 2009. He has since become an icon in China, winning 3 titles. The New York City point guard recently sat down on Crawford's couch.
What up, y'all? This is Crawford's Couch. Today I got one of my heroes. If anybody's ever been to my house or ever seen what I saw in my barbershop, I got a backdrop of my whole childhood. And this person is somebody special to me. He's somebody special to the culture. And we welcome in the one, the only, Stephon Marbury. Starbury, what's good, bro? We're good, Mom. When was the first time you remember being around the game picking up a basketball?
Because of my brothers, ball was put into my crib when I came home from the hospital.
They did a movie off your life, bro. What was your celebrity like in high school at this time?
You understood your responsibility and your duties at a young age and how you had to carry yourself, how you had to act.
You chose Georgia Tech. There's one game in particular that was in the Garden. Everybody that was watching was truly watching the future. We got Stephon Marbury, and we got this kid from Georgetown named Allen Iverson. What do you remember about that game, Steph? I remember shoes you had on, by the way. I remember everything about it. The part in the middle of the head, I remember everything.
I was like, wow, this kid really is nice. Yeah, I'm sizing him up, I'm watching him in the lab line, dunking, and I'm like, yo, he can dunk, he got. I'm like, he's small, he's little, like me. We look like alike. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that whole energy, that whole atmosphere, to this day, the people who were able to have that experience live. When I see them, when they speak to me, it's like they're speaking at that moment. We've been knowing each other since we were in college. And to this day, he just call me sometimes like, yo, I just want to say I love you. Just 5 seconds. Not long, just send me a text message. Just checking on you, sure you good. Yo, you got to get in the Hall of Fame. We got to push for you to get in.
That's real.
I'm like, you know, yeah. And I always say, you know, Allen was like a big brother, but also a competitor. I'm just happy that I was able to have that experience and can speak and talk about it.
So then you go to Minnesota. You get drafted there. High pick. It's Wiz in the showbiz. It's you and KG. What was the landscape of the league at that moment, and how did you guys see your place right from the start?
You know, Kevin and I, we clicked right away. Our chemistry, when we played with each other, my mom, she said, out of all the boys you play with, Kevin, y'all, both of you guys, y'all had the best chemistry. She said, chemistry is everything. You know what I'm with. The chemistry is everything. And I was like, you're right. My brother Don, he always says, man, if you would have stayed in Minnesota, y'all would have won a championship. My leaving, it had nothing to do with Kevin Garnett or because I didn't receive the amount of money that people thought. I didn't want to spend 7 years of my life in Minnesota.
My 2 favorite All-Star games ever is 98, when Kobe and Jordan matched up, and 01, the East of Dam. And you and AI just go crazy. It's like the most memorable All-Star game comeback because you're always playing at the highest level. What do you remember about that game?
For me, that was like the moment where I was able to really excel being amongst the elite. When we came back, it was ignited by AI, and I just finished it off. It's always going to be regarded as one of the best All-Star games.
I come to the Knicks, and I remember you cuffed me as a little bro. What do you remember about that time, us playing together, especially that first year?
You had so much creativity, so much imagination in your game that when you got on the court, there was so much going on in your brain. You could see that on the court when you what? And don't let you hit 2 or 3 in a row.
Hey, bring out the band. Bring out the band. We might as well start by it's over.
No. If you play with me, you knew if I get 1 or 2, I already know stuff looking for me. It's going to be right where I want it. It's going to be on time. And I'm going to move.
Looking back, September 11th happened. You donate $250,000. On Saturday, you donate $4 million to New York City. NYPD, Fire Department, and New York City Teachers Fund. You've always been a giver. You've always cared about people. Where does that come from?
Giving is a part of receiving. You know what I'm saying? It's 7-fold, right? So for me, it was easy to do that, to help and to be kind, because that's what I was taught to do.
And now you go to China and you become this worldwide icon. Tell me about that. How has that been?
After we won the first championship, they got on the website, if 1 million people vote for you to get a statue, they're going to build one for you. in 30 seconds, there was 500,000 votes. It was like, yo, they're gonna build the statue and they're gonna place it outside of the arena where they played the Olympics at. And I was like, nah, that ain't real. That ain't gonna happen. I was like, if they build the statue, that means I'm gonna be playing while there's a statue up that's never been done before. It's never happened before. After we won the second championship, they was like, oh, we're gonna build another statue. I said, no, the only way that I'll accept this is if you put my teammates on it. I had to get surgery, so I was out for a lot of the season. I played all of the playoffs, but we won. To get a Chinese player on the statue and for them to be faced in Beijing on the statue, it took a lot for the government to basically make that happen for the guys who come from other provinces. And it's a story never told. Nobody knows this. I'm telling it to you first time. But to me, I felt like that was a very pivotal moment in my basketball career, in my life. And then the next year we won the championship again. Then that's when we built the museum. It's all God. That's all I can say. It's all God. All His doing.